All right, let's talk about this song, Day by Day. This isn't a song that, comes up
No.
as often. It must be one of your favorites. You've got some story about this, Travis. Tell us about it.
Well, this is a deep cut. I'm very well
Okay.
aware, and not a
Okay.
lot of people know it. But I grew up. This was just a song that I connected with as a teenager in my small church that I grew up with, because our my worship leader growing up read us the lyrics before we ever sang it. I didn't grow
Yeah.
up singing it early on, but like when I was a teenager, he read us these lyrics. He got emotional reading them to us. It was a marked moment in my life, and
Mm.
I've never forgotten it. And it's a very singable hymn,
Yeah.
and so I wanted to kind of dust it off and bring it back.
And so, for those of you that don't know, it is Travis's precious daughter singing this song, and
Yes.
she has a voice. I know she's
Great
been on
voice.
many, many tracks of
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah.
I love the purity of her voice. Must feel so special to hear that voice
It
coming through. Yeah.
yeah. It really does. And it was fun to introduce this song to her
Yeah.
because she had never heard it or really sung it, and
Yeah.
so it was fun.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Mason, when I first heard this arrangement, I felt like there's something different happening here musically, tonally. It's like, what is happening? Describe to me, is it what musically is happening that makes it feel just a little bit like, oh, that's different. That's unique. I mean, it
Be
works, but
careful. Be careful.
okay.
Don't tell all our
The-
secrets.
I know, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, unlike Travis, I've never heard of this song until he brought it up and was like, I think we should
Okay.
do this. I don't know. I didn't know the song. I didn't know the chord structure, and to this day, the only version of the song I've heard is our version. Like, I just found a PDF
Okay.
that had the lyrics, and I was like, this is what I'm basing this off of.
Yeah.
And he had this idea of how he wanted to approach the arrangement, and so I kind of I listened to something, and we were like, okay, well, how do I make this fit? And so it has this kind of like lo-fi kind of vibe, which is not probably something that is the first thing to think of in a church service, but I think it works for this song. The hook obviously is I say hook, I mean the chord progression. It's something
Yep.
kind of new. When I was playing around with it, I came up with that that you hear, and and when they were recording lead vocals, and I was like, yeah, I think we should sing this. Like, I think you and Lily should sing this. It'd be kind of like a cool moment for y'all. And so
Yeah.
it's a very simple kind of arrangement, but I don't know. I loved it. I love it. It was fun recording. It was fun getting to know this song and learning it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it is different. It's unique, but I hope people like it.
What I was noticing is the no threes, that five chord. It's very sparse. There's a lot of
Yeah.
air in there. That's what you
Hmm.
kind of call that lo-fi.
Yes.
It's so.
Yeah.
Anyways, listen for that. And interesting, Mason, that you hadn't really heard this song, so you've got very fresh ears
Yes.
on what a song could be. It's you don't have this whole predetermined. We must sing the song this way. So
Right.
here's what happens when you get an arranger on an old classic hymn who's never heard it before. So let's listen to Day by Day.
Day by day, and with each passing moment, strength I find to meet my trials here, trusting in my Father's wise bestowment. I've no cause for worry or for fear. He whose heart is kind beyond all measure gives unto each day what he deems best. Lovingly, it's part of pain and pleasure, mingling toil with peace and rest.
Nice. Yeah.
Every day the Lord himself is near me with a special mercy for each hour. All my cares he gladly bears and cheers me. He whose name is Counselor and
Nice harmonies there.
the
Different.
protection of his child and treasure is a charge that on himself he laid. At your days your strength shall be measured. This the pledge to me he made.
It's kind of a different melody here now. Just kind of builds.
Yeah.
Comes back.
Help me then in every tribulation, so to trust your promises, Lord, that I lose not faith's sweet consolation. Offer me within your holy word. Help me, Lord, when toil and trouble meeting, ere to take us from our Father's hand. One by one, the days, the moments fleet, till I reach the promised land.
Beautiful. You know what I'm thinking? When I listen to that, I think about a moment in a worship service where perhaps it's just after a message where it's like everyone's not ready to just jump in and sing. You just want to sort of settle, perhaps just listen, just let the moment be quiet and reflective and worshipful all the same. But this arrangement seems to give that transition. And then, even like through two verses, and then the choir comes in and it does build up, but it gives some time to get there. And I can just imagine sometimes in a church service where I've just been very impacted, perhaps by a testimony or a message or whatever it might be. And I'm just like, I'm not really ready quite yet to stand and be like, all right, let's sing the closing song. I just give me a second.
I
I
know,
feel like
and that's
that.
that's hard as a worship leader. That can be really hard. I'm sitting there listening to that, going, "This is just three straight verses of a traditional hymn. This chart and this arrangement, like anybody can do it. You don't have to do the OOOs. You can play through them. You can
Mm-hmm.
sing them or not. You can skip
Mm-hmm.
them. You can have you can have a solo violin or cello play it. And then if I'm leading this, if exactly the moment you're saying, Ryan, if
Yeah.
I'm leading that hymn, it's so poignant, those lyrics. And then right afterwards, till I reach the promised land, then I would just go, bum, all my life you have been faithful. I would
Oh,
go
yeah. Something
just
like
right
that.
into something that's super
Yeah.
familiar that gives them a chance to respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, maybe this will awaken a new hymn, in those of you listening that you're like, I never thought of that. But now,
Yeah.
now you can just wait for that moment and it could be very special, special moment. So great
Yeah.
work. That's Day by Day with Travis and Lily Cottrell. So beautiful. Love it. All right, here we go.